Cowboy fans and YouTubers? It's that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below. I make these videos for me and you, and they're a little therapeutic, especially if you're a Dak Prescott fan, because the word is today, per Ian Rappaport, that Dak Prescott is now walking. Because he has been, he had those moments where he could, put his foot on the ground, take a couple steps, but he still needed the crutch. Now, he is, I guess, fully walking. He has an anti-gravity treadmill he's working on, and he has a hydro works pool that takes pressure off the ankle while allowing him to still get his workouts in. So it's basically he's still getting in shape without having to actually, do the full-on workouts on the ankle. He can still get the same kind of work done on his lower body. He's got movement in his ankle, so that's improvements. And they're saying that he can come back in better shape than he left with. So that's saying a lot. And seeing how he's basically got the leverage in his contract situation, the question now is just when are the Joneses going to pull the trigger? Unfortunately, the money men decide that when the season's over, they always head out of town. That's why you don't hear much about the ownership group doing much of anything. It's usually the coaching staff or the scouting staff that does all the work between the end of the season, primarily after the exit interviews and doing the combine and the draft. I think the last bit of work that the front office has actually done was to hire Dan Quinn as defensive coordinator and Joe Witt Jr. That's about the only thing they've been in town for, really. Other than that, they basically, try to quarantine themselves, stay out of the limelight. I mean, they don't have to even be in town to do their radio interviews when they did them. So this is a good sign for Dak. It means he's on course to be ready for OTAs if he's still with the team. It's been 3 months since his surgery, so that's a pretty good timetable for most athletes to have that kind of, it's not too often they have that kind of injury, but to have him pretty much on schedule, if not ahead of schedule, is a pretty good sign that if the Cowboys don't pick him up, somebody will. So that's the news I got for that right now. The word coming out for the combine is, like I said before, it's possible that they're just going to hold basically like regionals. They're not going to have as many people in the area to watch all guys. It'll be mainly like glorified pro day, basically. That kind of sucks for some of these guys that are at smaller schools, or guys that probably wouldn't get a look otherwise, because they need those combines to basically get on the radar of anybody. If they don't, they just hope that they send out their tape to any scouting department, all 32 teams, just to just have it out there. Because some of these guys have the look, but people have never heard of them, and that's a shame. They're not going to have the chance to go out there and show people what they can do this offseason without the tape. And if your school didn't play football this year, that's hurt you even more. So hopefully they'll figure something out. I hope some of these smaller school guys do get a chance to make it. Look at Tyler Heineke. He's right in this division, and he came from a small school around here. Nobody hears of Old Dominion University that often. You don't hear about JMU too often, William and Mary, schools like that around this area. You don't hear about those kind of players making it to the NFL unless they know somebody or turn in a tremendous pro day, or they go out and have their tapes sent to scouts and they get brought in to have some workouts. Other than that, you might see so many undrafted free agents that just won't make it, and that's a shame. A lot of these kids do what they have to do. They put their professional lives on the line to try and fulfill their dreams of making it to the NFL. And with the pandemic and everything going on, a lot of kids are just not going to have that chance to shine. But that's unfortunately the way of the world right now. Until things get better, kids may just not have a shot like they used to. But that's all I got for y'all right now. I hope y'all have a good, safe weekend. Playoffs are on again. Unfortunately, I am in the middle of a 9-day work week, and I'm very tired. That's why I haven't been getting out as many videos as I want. Not getting the chance to do as much of the research that I want, but there are a lot of names that I've been seeing come around. Not always those top candidates for positions for the draft, but like I said, some of these lower schooled guys or somebody that's a little farther down on the draft boards, I'd like to take a look at them, because we kind of figure, some of these top guys are going to go. So you kind of wonder about that gem, that diamond in the rough. That's what we need, especially for this defense. Somebody who you don't think about that is going to show up, like Neville Gallimore last year. Nobody was really thinking you draft him, he's going to start or do much of anything that first season, and yet he had to due to circumstances. So you never know. Guys just have to come in, show up, and do their jobs. Hopefully they can make an impression. Kind of mad that Reggie Robinson didn't get too much of a look, and Bradley and Nate never got a shot, because these are your future. These guys have to be your future. If you don't draft well and you just spend all your money in free agency, you're just going to be fielding an old, over-the-hill team that's never going to win. That's not going to win you any kind of championships. But y'all take care out there. Stay safe. If anything else comes out, we'll talk about it. Till then, this VA Dallas Cowboy fan out.